opportunity to meet again in the studio of IPCN, the Islamic World Center, IPCN Islamic Propagation Center here in Nigeria, where we address some of the questions which the Christian pose to the Muslim. So I want to address this, one of the questions that Jesus was God who came as a man. So what is the Islamic stand on this, and what are proofs from the Bible itself? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we know in Islam, we believe him to be a prophet, one of the greatest prophet of Allah. In different places Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us. So that is why Quran chapter 3, Allah was saying, وَرَسُولًا إِلَى بَنِي إِسْرَائِيل, that he is a prophet, a messenger unto the children of Israel. So Quran chapter 19 verses 30, Allah said, قَالَ إِنِّي عَبْدُ اللَّهِ آتَانِيَ الْكِتَابَ وَجَعَلَنِي نَبِيًّا. Indeed, I am the servant of Allah. Allah have given me the book and have made me to be a prophet. So I want to know, was Jesus a prophet? Because this is the Islamic stand. So the Christians said, wow, he is a God who came as a man to be among us. So let us know, was Jesus God or the prophet of God? In several places in the Bible, the disciples themselves testify about Jesus being a prophet. Jesus himself testified about himself being a prophet. The Israelites that were with him by that time also testified about his prophethood. Where can we start? Let us start. We have already seen that in the Quran We have already seen that in the Quran chapter 19 verses 30, where Allah was telling us that he is indeed a prophet of God. Now let's also look into the Bible. We can start from the book of Matthew chapter number 21 verses number 11. The Bible said Jesus is a prophet of God. Matthew chapter number 21 verses number 46, the Bible said Jesus is a prophet of God. The book of Mark chapter 6 verses 3 to 4, the Bible said Jesus is a prophet of God. Luke chapter 7 verses 11 to 16, the Bible said prophet Jesus is a prophet of God. Even there, what happened was, there was a woman, a widow, but who was in a city called as Nain. So Jesus went into that city, and he heard that the only daughter of that woman was dead, and Jesus went to her and he waked that daughter back to life. When Jesus wake her back to life, what does the people said by then? Look at what happened. Jesus himself does miracle before these people. They were there seeing what Jesus did. But do you know what they said? They said, the Bible said they glorified God and said, indeed a great prophet has risen among us. Indeed a great prophet has risen among us. That is what the Bible said in Luke chapter 7 verses 11. Also the Bible mentioned in Luke chapter 30 verses 32 to 33 that Jesus is a prophet of God. The book of Luke chapter number 24 verses number 25, the Bible said Jesus is a prophet of God. Luke chapter 24 verses 19, John chapter 7 verses 40, John chapter 4 verses number 19, John chapter 6 verses 14, John chapter 4 verses 44. All these places in the Bible mentioned to us very clearly that Jesus is not but a word prophet of God, and that is why Jesus himself also testified that he is a prophet. In John chapter 4 verse 19, when the Samaritan woman said to Jesus that indeed I perceive that you are a prophet of God, Jesus did not say no, I'm not a prophet, but for him to be silent, it means he confirmed that indeed he is a prophet of God. In John chapter 9 verses number 17, Jesus healed a blind man. When Jesus healed this blind man, then the scribe and the Pharisees came to that man and asked him, what can you say about Jesus who healed you? He said, indeed I perceive he is a prophet of God. So we can see in the Bible that the Bible itself confirmed about Jesus to be a prophet of God. Now the question arises, is God a prophet? If he said, no, he decided to come as a man, then we ask, who sent him as a prophet? Remember, he is the one and only God who was there in the Old Testament. So if he came as a man, and you said, no, he is a prophet, he is God himself who came as a man, then we ask the question, who sent him as a prophet? Remember, Paul himself in Acts of Apostles chapter 3 verses 22 confirmed that Jesus was the prophet who was prophesied by Moses in the Old Testament to come into the world. Now, are you telling us that Jesus is not that prophet again, or Paul didn't understand who Jesus is? In Deuteronomy chapter 18 verses 18, starting from verses 15 down to 18, the Bible also said to us that according to the Christian, you believe that this prophet who is to be sent to the world should be Jesus. So now why are you trying to say again that Jesus is not prophet of God? So indeed, we have confirmed that from the Bible itself and the Quran that Jesus is a prophet of God. Wa akhiru da'wana